What it do? What it do? What's going on? It's been a long week, but it's all good. I'm a soul survivor. Well, at least I know the mic is on. All right, here we go. It's your girl Mariah. Thanks for tuning in to Survival Kit, the podcast. Today is March the 24th, 2022. Thank you to all the return listeners. You guys are amazing. Thanks to everyone giving me some constructive feedback and just letting me know, hey, I see you doing your thing. All of that is appreciated. Love you, love you, love you. All right, so what we talking about today? So my throat's a little dry. Allergies are here. The allergy season is here. So I have my water on deck. Drink more water. That should be the theme of the year. Drink more water. I like that meme when they say drink water and mind your business. I love that one. Quote that I try to live by, right? All right, so let's hop right in it. Today we're talking about it's not about you. It's not about you in as a leader, right? So even if you're not a leader yet, trust me, you're leading someone. Someone's watching you. And someone's looking up to you, and so therefore you are in a position to lead, especially in this context of business. So I think one thing a leader should always do is put others' needs before theirs. A good book recommendation would be The Seven Pillars of Servant Leadership. I had to read it in undergrad, which was a few years ago, but it was a great read. I still reference it from time to time. I just think that everyone should take the time out to read the book. I'm not sure if it's on audio. I'm not really an audiobook reader. Side note, I don't like audiobooks. Like I do and I have audiobooks. I have listened to audiobooks. It's just not my favorite. I shouldn't say I don't like them. It's just not my favorite kind of reading style. I need the book in my hand. I need to flip the pages. I need to smell the new paper. I need to be the first one to crease the book up and all that good stuff. I love reading, so I like the paper hard, especially hardback. Um that's my thing. But anyway, that's a side note. It's just what I like. But yeah, seven pillars of servant leadership. I think everyone, especially in business, and you're looking to one day have a team, you're looking to grow. Even if you're looking to raise a family, I think that that's a good book that everyone should put into their survival kit. That's something that everyone should put into their kit. All right. So getting right into it, putting others' needs before yours in business. That's a hard thing to do because a lot of us are the drama. A lot of us are used to being the center of it all. And in business, it's not that way. Um, you have to put others' needs before yours. You have to think about other people, especially if you have payroll. You have to think about your customers. You have to think about bills that you have to pay. So your overhead, you're constantly thinking and doing for others. Leaders eat last. Um, I've worked on a few different projects now. Pat on the back, you know what I'm saying? Doing my thing. I'm moving up in the ranks. Right? I've worked on a few projects and I've always been the last one paid. Unless it's in the contract agreement that I need this up front before I do anything. For the most part, I am paid last. Leaders eat last. My cut comes out last. I need to make sure everyone else is good. And then I sit and I can kick my feet up and breathe, right? So leaders should be. I'm not saying I'm the perfect leader. I'm just saying I'm getting good at this thing, right? It's a slow steady grind, and it's a hard workout. Just think of a hard workout. That's what becoming a leader is. It's a hard workout. I'm doing this leadership academy right now. I'm almost done. Almost didn't make it. I was tired because I've been in school for years and it felt like school again. And I was like, man, I don't know about this, but it's very good to some of the things that I'm learning. And one thing out of every leadership class I've taken and every leadership conference I've been on, one thing every leader has in common is being a servant and putting others before when you're serving people, you're putting others' needs before your own. If that's a problem for you, business might not be a good field for you to be in, because at the millionaire and billionaire level, from what I'm learning, not there yet, speaking it. I'm not there yet. What I'm learning is that in order to even become that, you have to be able to solve some high level problem. So you're thinking of others. Even in that, yeah, the payout might be good, but what's the means to the end? You're thinking of others, right? So I think a good leader, in my experience, I've had great leaders. I've had a few great leaders for certain stints of time. They always try to figure out what I wanted to do. Like what is it that you want to do on the team? Um how can we be of assistance to you to so that you can be the greatest that you can possibly be on the team? And then they would help me set up a pathway to get there. I just think that as a leader, you have to do that. It's almost like a great parent who says, okay, they have a real sit down, like, yo, what do you want to do when you grow up? Not like the cutesy, oh, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a ballerina, not that stuff. I mean, hey, if they want to be a fireman, we need a lot of firemen. We need firemen, we need people to fix the potholes, we need politicians, we need doctors, we need lawyers, we need all that. A lot of people want to be social media influencers, which is okay. But let's be like a pilot first that turns into a social media influencer. You feel you get where I'm going? Like, what's the end goal of it all, right? What's the skill? What's the high level skill that you have that you can turn into that, right? That's a part of the plan. That's a good leader will see that, and they'll help you. That was off the top. They'll help you with the plan and the journey, right? So that's something that I think a good leader does. It's the effort and the intention behind getting you to where you need to be. And then another characteristic is their self interest is it's almost like it's the root of what of others. Like the reason why I'm doing this is because of them. It's because of my team. I stay all night in the office because I want my team to go home and be with their families. Because I know what it's like to not be able to get home to be with mine. That's a popping leader. Nothing was better than a supervisor or a manager who was like, yo, we getting out of here by such and such a time because we all need to get home. Y'all need to be with someone with your family. So and so just had a baby. He need to be out of here at a good time. Being considerate of the whole team. Not even thinking about yourself, because at the end of the day, especially if you work in retail, the leader has to be there to lock up the store. And I had a great leader who every time it was time at the end of the day, she was getting everything in order. Like, yo, we're out of here by such and such a time. She would hop on the register. She would come and help you with your last customer. She would do those things. Her interest was making sure that, yes, she got home and she got home at a decent hour, but she also wanted to make sure her team got out of there and could enjoy their night, especially it was during the summer. I want to say this was during like summer, fall time. That's the best season. That's the best seasons because that's when everybody outside and it's fun stuff to do. And she understood that we were a very young team at the time, so she was trying to make sure we enjoyed our youth. You know what I'm saying? That's a good leader right there. Somebody who understands the mindset and where the team is. Now, if we were all older individuals who kind of didn't really care, what time we got out there, I believe that leadership style would have been very different. So definitely thinking about others. Um, you know, you don't have to be a mentor per se, but you should be mentor minded as a leader. Like, how can I help this person? How can I advise this person? How can I lead this person to a place of excellence? It doesn't, with the whole mentor thing, some people think like as a mentor you have to be older than your mentee. That's not the case. You can mentor somebody that's older than you. You can mentor somebody that's younger than you. Your mentor could be younger than you that just has more experience in the field. Some people play the ageism card. I'm not with all that. If you're younger than me and you know what to do, teach me. Show me the game, Ghost. You feel me? Show me the game. I had to reach out to my young boy because I could not get this TikTok thing down. And I feel like I'm pretty young still, right? Feel like I'm pretty young and pretty hip, you feel me? And I don't understand TikTok. I understand how to use the platform. I just I'm still learning the hype behind it. Like Facebook family, it started off as a college student thing, but then it turned into the family and friends connecting, right? Twitter is all the think pieces and quick news. And Instagram, it's about the photos and the aesthetics, the snapshots of your life, that type of vibe. TikTok, I'm still learning. So I had to reach out to somebody who's more equipped to handle that. He's about 10 years younger than me, but he gets it. He gets the whole platform. It's just what he understands. So yeah, I had to reach out to somebody younger than me. It's not about me. It's about getting my business out there. And that's what I use TikTok for. So yes, I'm on TikTok for my rug company, Custom Clip Rugs, and my goal was to get a certain amount of views per video. And I figured it out. So I'm doing so far so good. I'm figuring this thing out, but I had to sit under somebody who knew what to do. And just because he's younger than me doesn't mean that he can't teach me or mentor me in this specific avenue of life, right? That's a good leader. A good leader understands they have to sit under somebody to learn and take that back and give to others. Y'all know how it go, right? So being able to think of others. And another characteristic that I think a good leader has is giving you wiggle room to grow, right? So I remember I don't like I remember there was a manager I had who was not good with letting you breathe. Right? They would give you a task and then they wouldn't let you be. They would come and be hovering over your shoulder and breathing over top of you. What you doing? Why you do it like that? You should do it like this. This is the way I did it. And I'm looking like, yo, can I do it my way? Like, can I at least try? Are you gonna let me at least experiment to see if I can do this thing the proper way? Or no, you just gonna hover over my shoulder the whole time? You ain't gonna let me breathe at all? Come on, man. The micromanaging kills me. I'm not good with a micromanager. Like, I need you to back up. I need you to give me my task, write it down, let me see it one time. I'm that type. I need you to write it down. Let me see it one time. I got it from there. That's just how I am. That's how I operate. And I explained that to this particular leader. They didn't care. They still were micromanaging. And so I did it their way, and it was the wrong way. And then who would the blame fall on? Me, of course. And that's why you gotta give people room to grow. You have to give them room to grow. I could have been more confident and comfortable with doing it my way, then making the mistake, and then you come approach me, okay, this is what we should do, or what did you find wrong? But micromanaging me and I still mess up, now I'm irritated because, like, yo, you didn't even give me a chance to do it right. That's how I am. Maybe you're different. But I think you got to get your ego out of it. And give your mentee or your team room to grow, room to make failures. They can't get better if they don't fail. Bottom line, you didn't learn how to walk until you stood up and kept falling. You stood up, kept falling. Then you try to resort back to crawling, but then you already know you know how to stand up. So now you're doing it again. You're going to keep falling. You're going to bump your head. You're going to hit your butt until you figure out that one foot, the next foot, left foot, right foot, or right foot, left foot. However you get down, right? You got to give yourself room to grow. And so if you give yourself room to grow and you give yourself grace, you got to give your team grace, right? And the last thing I think is just being real. Just be genuine. Be authentically you. No one likes a fake. Like where I'm from, that fake stuff. I mean, I feel like now, kind of the way the culture is going, it's cool to be a little fraud. Like it's not frowned on as much as it was when I was younger, being fake. Being fake when I was younger, that was like, excuse me, that was like one of the deadly sins. Like you can't be no fraud. You don't respect that. So the same applies in leadership. You got to be genuine. That leads into my quote of the day from Wale, his Ambition album. I believe, yeah, it was the title track, Ambition. You know you real, you don't say it. You know you real, we gonna feel it. Again, you know you real, you don't say it. You know you real, we gonna feel it. We're gonna be able to tell if you're what you say you're about. If you're a true leader, even if it's your first time leading a team, if you can start off being absolutely transparent and genuine, The team will respect it. There was one client that I currently working with, and I let them know, listen, this is the first time I ever took on a client in this industry. I'm not an expert in this industry that you're all getting into. But if you're willing to work with me, I'm willing to work with you. And I'm like, yo, they're not gonna buy that. It was like, cool. Like, all right, we in this together. I'm like, you sure? They're like, yeah. So we we in this thing together, and I'm growing and I'm learning so much. They're growing and they're learning so much. So it's a wonderful thing. Now, granted, that's not always going to be the case. Some people, you're gonna give them your real, and they still not gonna accept it, and you gotta be okay with that. Um, but for the most part, I want to say being genuine and being an authentic person will take you very, very far, right? So, again, just understanding that it's not about you as a leader, especially in business. If you're leading a team, if you're a part of a team, understand that it's about the needs of others. And this is not just in business, this is also can go for your personal life as well. You got to understand it's not always going to be about you. Even in a relationship, you got to give a little bit to get a little. If it's always about me in the relationship, whoever I'm with, eventually they're going to get tired of that. Because whatever you don't like in the beginning is going to piss you off towards the end, right? Just think about that one person you like, dang, I really vibe with this person. And they used to do that one little annoying selfish thing in the beginning. You're like, wow, it's just gonna take some time, get acclimated with each other. We just gotta take some time to, work the growing pains out in the beginning. But then they keep being selfish. And that selfish way never changes. And now they're more comfortable in their selfishness because you never addressed it off rip, or if you did, you kind of let it slide, or you just let them be, or that's how they are. They like, look, this is how I am. It is what it is. And so it started off as, oh, it was just something little in the beginning. Now y'all fighting. Now it's not so fun. That selfish mentality never works, especially when you're dealing with another person. The minute it becomes about another person, being selfish ain't gonna work. Now, granted, please, disclaimer, if you are in a toxic relationship and this person is selfish, I'm not a relationship guru, so don't say I told you what to do and you took my advice. I'm just saying, selfish people is very hard to deal with. You're gonna have a rough time. Run, 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 run. No, for real, man. I'm trying to tell you, selfish people, it's hard dealing with a selfish person, man. Because they don't think about anybody other than themselves. And so, how much more appropriate in business is it to be a servant to your team, to think of their needs before yours, especially as a leader? You just have to be able to get to a place where you can put others before yourself. I just think it'll make a better time for the team, and I think it'll also help you to grow, and you'll also learn when you should be selfish. Like, the more you do it, the more you'll be able to look back and think, no, I should have said that we're going to do it like this because I need it done this way, and be able to explain the reason why. Don't be a tyrant, be a servant leader, right? Again, it's your girl Mariah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Book recommendation, 7 Pillars of Servant Leadership. I think everyone should take a look at that book. If you're starting a business, starting a family, I think you should read the book. It's also just a good read, right? So again, it's your girl Mariah. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, we dropping every Thursday, 6 p.m. I appreciate it very much. Talk to y'all next week. Peace.